All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. It's been a few weeks since we last recorded. It's only two things to talk about, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I am here with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the multi-time flag football champion, my guy, Daniel. What is going on?
Good call. Man, it's been a minute. I
Yeah.
feel like it's been a minute. Like I said, I didn't. It didn't really dawn on me until somebody told me it was like April 4th, our
Yeah.
last one. I was like,
It's been a
damn,
minute.
really? That was it. It's been a lot. It's been a lot, but it hasn't been a lot at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just like I was just thinking, damn, I can't even remember my playoff predictions that we did last time we was on the
Hell.
thing. All I remember is the Lakers lost, and that's the one I lost. Like all I remember is that I remember losing the Lakers series. I can't even remember who I picked. It's been some, but if I had to choose, playoffs is playoffs. We can talk about that. All right, let's get to the draft
Okay.
because this was a very interesting draft to say the least,
That's
right?
one way to say it.
Like,
Yeah. That is one way to
so,
say it, I guess. Interesting, definitely.
so I mean, I guess I gotta address. People think I'm hating now, like I'm like a Shedeur hater, like that's
Hold on.
what
Let's
is
start
come.
with let's start with
Yes,
Shedeur got drafted in the fifth round. For
right,
anybody
correct.
that's living under a rock that happens to hear this, somehow Shedeur got drafted in the fifth round.
Correct.
Now you have been running around on the internet streets debating people about Shedeur.
No, okay, so I'm not necessarily debating the people who, because everybody that I'm talking to that I've been debating with is usually is the people I play flag football with. So
Right.
we continued to debate on Sunday when we had playoffs. So I'm starting to get a judge on a lot of people that I'm debating with are not the people who feel like Shador should have went in the first. I feel like they
Okay.
feel like Shador got snubbed. As for like they said Jackson Dart should have been the only one ahead of him. And my argument with that is the other two quarterbacks that got drafted ahead of him, yes, Shador probably had better college stats than them, but on an NFL standpoint, coming from a GM, they're looking at playmaking and upside. Because
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, upside is what a lot of these that's what they're projecting off of in these drafts.
Right.
And it was what we it's like what we said a couple like a months ago. Like I think we think Shador is already who he is and he's going to be in the NFL. So we said this already. We feel like Shador is already capped. He might get a little better. He might not. Those other players got if they get with the right coach can get some untapped ability. They feel like just because of the upside. So and I feel
Yeah.
like too. Like if I was a GM thing, looking back, like I would want somebody who can give me the best shot. Like with that after Shador got drafted, look at all the other quarterbacks that got drafted after him. Quarterbacks with high passing stats in college, but they were more pocket passers. He was just the best one out of all of them. But I think he got overhyped because who he is. Shit, he fell to the fifth? No. I'm not. I don't think
What?
Tyler dude should have got
That
drafted.
shit's crazy. That's the crazy one.
But I get that one though
I
because I
don't.
mean I just
Is
feel
it
like
because
they
he's
think he
six
got better.
five?
Yes, that's what I'm
He's
saying. He's
six
six
five.
five. Like he's 6'5", and
He's
even
our
though he's
age though.
older, he's a red. He's still like if you watched him play, he's a red zone threat. Like he moves out. He can move out the pocket pretty well. And if you 6'5" and can move in the red zone, like what? I mean, I ain't saying he's Josh Allen, but you can get
Yeah,
some
but
touchdowns. But
multiple
he got an
multiple
arm.
knee injuries, and the
Yeah,
last
I
injury
know.
he
That's
had
the only
was
thing
a
is
throwing
injuries.
shoulder injury. Like that's all right. What are we
So
talking
it's the
about?
injury. It's the injury things with him.
And
I
age. It's
really,
injury and age. Like it's,
well,
but those
yeah.
are like massive red flags. To be taken in the second round, the top, like the first quarterback out of the second round. He's in the top 10 of the second
But the
round.
thing, I do feel like I do feel like Jalen Milroe could be a better NFL player than Shador with the right system and coach. Though
Yeah.
I mean, skill. I feel like his upside. That's why his upside. Like you would have drafted Jalen Milroe before Shador. He would have been higher on your board, I feel like.
Nah.
As like coach, as in like a quarterback. I
Quarter.
don't know. I could do a lot.
Well,
I could do a lot with Jalen Milroe. Like I don't know.
quarterback or athlete. That's where it becomes a different conversation. So to me, I have two.
But you can't. You can kind of teach him to be a better quarterback. That athletic shit, it's natural.
That's true.
Like you,
But
can you
there's
teach Shedeur to be more? I guess you can
I
try to
don't.
tell him to use his legs a little bit more, but
I mean,
you can't. Can
Anthony
you?
Richardson. We like most people were saying Anthony Richardson is like a. I mean, he went in the first round, and I feel like
Right. That's
him
what I'm
and
saying.
Jalen Milroe are pretty.
Well, he ain't. And then the thing about it, Anthony Richardson only played 13 games in his
Yeah,
career. He went in the first round. Nobody made it
nobody even
a
blinked
big
at it,
deal like that.
and
Like it's just
he's
like
been bad.
right. Hence why
So,
I'm saying. Hence why the argument with the upside argument is just like if you show really high upside, they don't care.
but what is the upside of a 27-year-old? See, that's where it
Yeah.
gets weird. Like, I have a separate take from so. Okay, how do I start? Where do I start with this? I don't think to me it's ridiculous that Shedeur went in the fifth round. That makes zero sense to me. Like if I go and I just look like what you're saying upside, I think what we're doing now is we're changing the idea of upside to athleticism, and I don't like
Right,
that.
because
I
that's
don't
what they
like.
want in that. That's what they want in their quarterbacks now is being able to extend the play. We're in the era where the quarterback has to be able to do something to extend the play and things on that nature, which
True,
Shador's done in college. He got plays where he's done that before, but
but to
you wouldn't
me,
say that's a part of his game, though.
I look at it and I go, C.J. Stroud.
Right.
I'm looking Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield,
Uh-huh. Now Baker
Matt
started running a lot more.
Stafford. Well, but yeah, but that's different. Matt Stafford,
um,
Sam Darnold, and Jordan Love. I was like
Sam
partially in
Darnold
there,
had to get with a coach like.
but it's all
So was
circumstance.
that
But my
four quarterbacks that you can name that is in
the
that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost half. Because I'm not. There's no way you're gonna tell me that C.J. Stroud is like way more athletic than Shedeur is. I don't see that. You know what I mean?
No,
I feel
no,
like they're
but
pretty
C.J.
even.
Stroud is how
An
what?
inch taller, and see that's where we start getting in. That's to me. That's like when we're doing the.
But C.J. Stroud's yeah, you're right. Hence why C.J. Stroud everybody's saying he holds the ball long and
Yeah,
he gets. That's why he got sacked his last 2 years the most in the NFL. I feel like
something like that. Yeah,
so he's up
at
there.
least pressured for sure. That
Right.
hands
He's
down.
up there. So, I mean, same knocks.
And to me, that's where it starts getting weird because if if we're basically gonna say that Shedeur and C.J. Stroud have the same problems, and one went
Yeah,
pick
but
number 2,
yeah, because
I think there's a
also I
bigger
feel like,
problem here.
but also I feel like, I mean, I was obviously the player they were, as in like how they handle themselves on and off the field with, you know, name and how they, interviews and
Yeah,
what they say and stuff like that, which I can't really talk on because I'm not, all I can see is what I see on TV or social. I can't talk about what they did behind closed doors.
right.
So I ain't even going to bring any of that up. Like, cause I don't really know
We
what
weren't
exact
there.
shit is real.
Yeah,
Right. So, um, but from outside looking in on what I see on social and things like that, I could see why you wouldn't want that type of behavior. But I mean,
yeah.
teams put up with it all the time, and then but it's just ironically that the Browns is the one that is in now this weird quarterback carousel with everything they got going on. So it's just ironically how he ended up on the Browns, and it's about to be like it's about to be so crazy this
It's
offseason with
gonna
all
be
that.
so weird.
So
Preseason for the Browns is gonna be sick.
it's gonna be more of a fucking drama show than it is trying to figure out who's the quarterback.
But I think
Like
so
I just wanted him to go to if he got and the thing about it, I just wanted him to go to a good situation. If he did get drafted, I really wanted him to the Steelers for some reason. Like I just wanted
Yeah,
him in a good
I mean, I think
situation.
yeah, but
Like
I
at the end of
still can't wrap my mind around the fact that he went in the fifth round. There's no way I can sit here and I'm looking at it and going Dylan Gabriel
but
with the exact same skill
okay,
set,
so
less athletic, and
we
fucking
get all the
4
other
inches
quarterbacks.
shorter.
We get all the other quarterbacks that got that went ahead of them.
Yeah.
But we've said before, we've hit on this. We go through this all every year. We went on a whole rant about quarterback teams not needing quarterbacks,
Well, it
and
played out
and
exactly the
it
way I've been begging for. It's like, hey, stop fucking doing this. Stop taking
exactly.
every quarterback in the first round and just we got to make every single year. But I think there's a bigger issue than just the Shedeur thing. I think the reason that people kind of are like feeling this way is because this is a bad draft. This is the end.
This
is
was
the
a bad
yeah.
draft. This
This
is
is
a
the
horrible draft.
end of the COVID guys. This whole draft, and I feel like that's what happened in the draft. Why it was so weird.
Yeah, well, yeah, I
I
know.
didn't
I
watch
noticed that
enough of
too. I
this
was like,
draft.
well, I noticed that too. Even when the quarterbacks was coming off, I was like, a lot of these dudes either was there at their school for a minute or a lot of transfers.
Yeah,
Like,
a
I'm just
ton of
like,
transfers. I just like this. So C.J. Stroud is 23 because I just had him
right,
Googled. So he's 23. Dylan Gabriel is 24.
right.
Will Howard
This
is 23. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I'm about saying Will Howard transferred from K State. He's been playing. He's been in NCAA for a minute.
what Shedeur is 23. Shedeur the same
Yeah,
age
he
as
played
C.J.
4
Stroud.
years.
And this what I'm saying is like I think people are kind of missing the fact that a lot of the players, let alone just the quarterbacks, are fifth. I mean, goddamn, one of the second the Tyler Shaw guy is fucking 27 years old.
Right.
He's been in college for like 6, 7 years.
I mean, granted, Brandon Whedon did get drafted in the third round at
Yeah, but
28.
he came from like the army. He was in the military and came back and still just had all his eligibility. That's a whole different thing than just injury, red shirts, COVID years, and all of a sudden you can be 27 and still be just have normal college eligibility. But I think that's the part that people are missing here a little bit. Like Jalen Milroe is also in there. I don't know how old he is, but I'm pretty sure he's up there in that same
He's probably
age
like
range.
22.
He's 22. He turns 23 in December. So he's actually the youngest quarterback that got
Right.
taken in the draft. Maybe Jackson Dart is Jackson
Mm,
Dart's the youngest one. He's 21. He turns 22 next week. So these are all 4 or 5 year guys. And so
right.
I think once I got over, I can't believe we went in the fifth round, I stepped back and was like, well, I mean, everybody that got drafted is 22, 23, 24. And I think this is just a bad year of players in general. This is a bad
Yeah.
draft. When
Yeah,
you
I
see
think that.
how many
Well,
offensive linemen went in the first round, that
if
just
you
everybody's
seen
like,
how
wait,
many,
what?
if you seen how many teams was just trading here, trading
Mm-hmm.
there, not even giving fuck. It's just like it was like they was like who best available. They wasn't even doing that. I don't know what
Mm-mm.
the
People
teams
weren't
was
even
doing.
doing
They
it.
was just
Wasn't
like
even close to, but it's they just took, hey, we're in the first round. Nobody really quite knows how good some of these guys really are because they're not really that good. They're guys that are been playing for so long. We don't even know if they'll be able to transfer to the NFL level. And I think that's what the COVID year shit has done, is gave too many guys too long of chances to become starters. And so I have the flip side of this take also is we might be looking at the next 2 years of drafts, maybe 3 years of drafts, might be some of the best drafts we've ever seen
yeah, that
because
quarterback class coming out next year is gonna be
I
tough.
think it'll be every position across the board because so many guys didn't get an opportunity these last 2 years because there was guys who were in their fifth, sixth, seventh year of eligibility that were grown men starting over them. And so now, now that that's kind of going away and drying up, I mean, if the NCAA passes that rule, I don't know if they did or not, but I know Zeke Mayo was relying on it, and I kept seeing that. I'm like, but this
Which one?
where they're basically it's just going to be endless. It's just going to be endless eligibility. I don't remember exactly what it is, but
How would you have endless eligibility? Like, as long as you're enrolled in school, you can play.
it was something about giving the guys fucking uh so if you went, that's what it was. If you went to a JUCO or you went to like a non
Oh
Division
yeah,
One
yeah,
school,
yeah.
those years don't
Those
count.
don't count. Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, so if you didn't play for an NCAA Division One school, then none of those years count to your eligibility. Which means if you went to JUCO, then went to Division Three, then went D1, you're
So,
22 with 5 years of
so basically,
eligibility.
I can get eligibility back.
Maybe.
KU football, here I come.
Maybe. But it's like, it's crazy because think about it. If you can go JUCO, then you can transfer to just a non-Division One school.
Right.
Then go D1, get redshirted. Now all of a sudden you're 22 going into your freshman season. And that's why we get in the flip side, like, of guys right now who are in their fifth year,
That's
and
crazy
they
work.
might get a sixth and seventh year just because they went to a JUCO. And that's why I think we might, in the next couple of years, I think people are going to start prioritizing, hey, we're not going to take the sixth year starting left tackle who's been to 4 different schools.
That man already played out.
Yeah, anywhere near the first couple rounds. Like, you need to be like
A blue
tried and
chipper,
true blue chipper.
basically.
You play in 2 years. You don't start your freshman year. You start your sophomore year, whatever school you're at. You play your junior year. You go to the NFL, and if you're not that, you are day 3. You're a day 3 pick or undrafted, and I think that's
Unless you got crazy talent, or you just
yeah.
go crazy or
Because
something
one
like
of the
that.
things
But
for me that I was gonna say on here about Shedeur before I realized, like, oh, all these guys are fucking 25, was Jackson Dart. I watched multiple Ole Miss games, and Jackson Dart never popped off the screen to me. You know what I mean? But then once you tie in the fact that, oh, he's 20, he's the youngest quarterback eligible to be drafted by
yeah,
2 years, outside
and
of
you
the
put in
one
the
guy
fact
who
that,
can't throw the ball, then you start being like, oh, okay, it
and you
makes a
put
little
in
more
the
sense.
and you put in the fact that we already called it out that the Giants don't draft black
They
quarterbacks,
never,
eh,
no,
except Geno.
they didn't even draft Geno.
Well, they didn't even draft Geno, but he's the
Yeah,
only one that started, the only black quarterback ever that started in Giants
yeah,
history or some.
we should have
Like,
known. There's not
hey, what
happening.
are we doing? We said he wasn't going there. Like, we just like some. I believe
We just
history
didn't know he
sometimes,
wasn't going to go
people.
anywhere though. That's where it got a little sketchy at.
Well, it eliminated the Giants ever being on the board. Like,
Yeah.
you think?
Do you think there's racism involved in this, or you just purely feel like it's because a lot of people are relying on the racism, his
I don't think it's
attitude?
racism. I think it's talent mixed with. I don't think evaluators and GMs are mixing. They don't think talent matches attitude. That's what I'm getting with it. And then I also think that they also didn't want the drama that came with it as well. I mean, even though Pittsburgh about to sign up with Aaron Rodgers drama, so I don't know
Yeah.
why they just didn't put their hands in the
What's the
Shedeur drama.
difference?
Like,
And that's where it
but
becomes a little like, okay, it's a little racism because if you're willing to deal with Aaron Rodgers and his drama and him going on talking about flat Earth on TV and then yelling at quarterbacks, then I think you should be okay with Shedeur rapping and showing off his fucking diamond chain. You know what I mean? Like, and going to the club, like, okay.
I mean, they've put up with worse
So
in the
how do you
Steelers
feel
organization.
about all 3 of the Colorado wide receivers getting drafted? Like the 3 main starters.
I seen that. They was
Do you
like,
think that's more on the league saying that the receivers are why Shedeur looked
yeah, I was
good?
thinking, I was that same thing I was gonna go ahead too, because I screenshot all this. I'm like, dang, all 3 of his receivers got drafted. The last one got
Mm-hmm.
drafted in the 7th round,
Yeah, which is a
but
little
well, I mean, but it still got drafted though.
yeah.
So, but I think they all gonna have, if they get within the right system. They wasn't no busters. Like, they
Yeah.
had unique skill sets like Jimmy Horn and things like that, but.
I recently like
But
maybe
was that?
go ahead.
I just think they got drafted because the whole reasoning behind Colorado and Dion's program, I feel like his first 2 years was to showcase Travis and Shedeur, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
in order to showcase Shedeur, you got to at least put some weapons around him that he can throw it to.
Yeah.
I mean, he forgot about the line part, but he gave him some. I mean, but he still gave
Definitely
him some
forgot.
weapons. Sometimes they held up, but then you still do. You step back and look at the stats, and I looked at the stats too, and I'm trying to Google it. I'm trying to make an excuse for him, just like, but he played the same every year, no matter what conference. Jackson State and Colorado, it was the same Shedeur.
Yeah.
Like that's what other people think and understand is like he didn't. It like
I think that is an elevation though. If you think about it, like you go from the
but
different levels and you have the same play style
I
all the
get
way up. You're
he's
getting better.
right. No, I no he's
The problem
no
is, here's the real thing. If he was 21, he would have went in the first round. That's the reality. If he was 21, he would go.
I
He'd go in the
think
first round.
I think if he would have did that 4 years at a 4 Power 5, like if he did that at Colorado for 4 years, I feel like he would have went higher. But I think a knock on him also is his first 2 years was at Jackson State. I don't want. I don't know.
Like it's to me,
It's weird to say,
it's the
but you
age.
get what I'm saying. I don't. But
It ain't Jackson State. It's the fact that you're not blue chip, right? He came out. He wasn't 4-star, 3. He
well,
wasn't
no,
that.
he was like a 3-star, wasn't he?
Something like it was somewhere around there. He wasn't 4-star, 5-star. But
No,
then you gotta think. It's a 6-month difference between C.J. Stroud and Shedeur Sanders, and
right.
one is about to be in their third year in the league. One is going into year 3 of the NFL. And I think if I remember correctly, Caleb Williams in the same boat. You the
Yeah, but
same age. You the same age as dudes who are in years 2 and 3 of the NFL
but
going in, and you're not spectacular. That's the
but
difference. Like
also
Jaden Daniels came in 24, but he was spectacular in college. Shedeur was really good,
right,
and
right,
and
really.
you're older. So now we're just in this weird, like everything gets mushy. Like, but I've seen him. I don't know. I
Should
don't
he
think
fail to the fifth?
no.
No. But should he been first two? No.
For
I think
I think into the second round, mid second round is probably makes sense to me. If you're telling me Drew Brees, 6 foot, no arm, can't move, got drafted in the second round in the fucking 2000s. Jared Goff, noodle arm, can't move, was the number 1 pick because he had one good season at UCLA. All right,
Cal.
Cal.
It was lighting that bitch up at Cal, boy.
But he played for three
That's back.
years. He played
Yeah,
for
that's
three
back when
years, and
Cal.
it was
That's what
garbage.
people don't realize too. That was back when the Pac 12 was the Pac
Fuck
12 too.
hell no. Till 2015 was the Pac-12 wasn't like that.
The Big 12 is not like how it used to.
USC was dead. UCLA ain't never been good. Oregon
But look at the Big 12 this
Oregon
year.
was
The Big 12 is Boise State and BYU and shit. Like,
true. That's
like I'm
that's where
like,
you get knocked
like,
too. Like you're in the Big 12
like
and you
them
didn't have
niggas
50
they don't.
touchdowns. Yeah.
It's like with all the Big 12 quarterbacks that went first, second round had, like you said, 50 touchdowns in the season. Like
Yeah.
lighting it up
But
because the
also
Big 12 don't have defense.
I think they do. It's 7-on-7. That's how I look at the Big 12. It's a 7-on-7 league. Like it's all DBs, all wide receivers and quarterback. And then yes, that's it. 'Cause I mean,
you never draft what is it O-line lineman from Big 12 unless it's like Nebraska O lineman.
Oklahoma was the only one, and Texas.
Oh yeah,
But even Texas was like, nah, we want the skilled players out of Texas, and we want
man.
the offensive lineman and shit from Oklahoma. But it's like, yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for Shedeur. I think he's better than the opportunity he's about to be given. I've seen him make some throws where he's just like, yeah, I don't know how the fuck how did you do that? And I feel
But
like
No, no, you good.
I don't. I just don't understand. I don't like when I look at the other quarterbacks. Yes, I see flashes of talent, but with Shedeur, it's a steady hand at quarterback. That's why I feel like that's being we're maybe we are like leaning too far into the athleticism is upside.
So,
If that
so
was the case,
the
Anthony Richardson would have gotten better by now, and he hasn't because he's not good at playing quarterback. He's just a good athlete. Josh
right.
Allen got better at playing quarterback every year he played. Lamar got better at being a quarterback every single year.
Yeah, but that sometimes that's on your like you as a player to want to get better as well. Anthony
True.
Richardson, I don't. I mean, didn't weren't there issues with him even like studying and film and stuff like that? If I'm not issue, I don't
I'm
want to
sure.
misquote
But
that.
but the thing is, do you
But
here's a question real quick.
but
Do you think Jalen Hurts in college was a much better quarterback than Shedeur is coming out of college?
Jalen Hurts did it at Alabama. See, that's the
Jalen Hurts
difference.
had to. Jalen Hurts
He got
lost his
benched and
job to
he lost his
Tua.
job, but then took it back. That did the same thing back to
No,
Tua.
no. Then he transferred to Oklahoma.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm thinking
He
about
lost his
somebody
job
else.
and
So,
then had to transfer and went to Oklahoma and then was like he was cool. And that's where
right.
it's like okay, Jalen Hurts also another one. Has Jalen Hurts got
But
better
Jalen
at being a
Hurts
quarterback
wasn't.
every year? But he's
But then,
athletic.
but then, like I said, and then that's when we start talking about things because all we could talk about is the things that we know and see.
True.
Then what really happened in these meetings is really when he was going to meetings and stuff, really dawning on people. Then, like we can't talk about things that we don't see, but he met with a lot of people,
Yeah.
and so it's
It
just
rubbed
like
people the wrong way. I'm sure.
it had to be that then because so it's just like
It's got to be
you don't
part
want to
of
not.
it.
It got to be a big reason then because if everybody's if everybody thinks he's
You an asshole, basically.
if everybody thinks he should have went higher and he's this player and things like that and he could start in the NFL, then the only reason why he failed is because he's really that person they saying. So you can't protect Shedeur the personality and protect Shedeur the player at the same. Like it's either one. Like you either he's really that person and that's why he failed, or he's really just not that good.
Yeah. I just
Like which one is you can't protect both because then it's just like a what?
also I think we don't know. I think the craziest part is we just don't know. We
Right.
don't know
And
nobody.
he's one of the
experts.
it's one of the weirdest
commentators.
it's one of the weirdest draft prospects.
No,
That's
no,
why
I don't
everybody's
even
like,
mean just for Shedeur. I mean quarterbacks in general.
oh.
Because
Well, yeah, you never know.
because
Like
Tom
you
Brady
just never
was
know.
looked at the same way as like he just doesn't have it. And,
Right.
and
then
he ended up being the best quarterback of all time.
well, and that's why I made that status. I said
Pat too. Pat was in the same boat. It's just he had
that's why
physical talent.
tangibles get you drafted, intangibles keep you around, like
Yeah.
make you last longer. So just like like when you going through drafts, that's what I said upside. I'm thinking like you're looking more as him as a player and what can he do to help your team win. So you're looking at like that aspects, and then when you get them in as a prospect, you learn how they are as like
competitor,
player
person,
and competitor
teammate,
and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's the part that separates them and how they become great. You never know how that player. Only time you know about unless you see him or you know him growing up and you've been to camps or you talk to a coach and the coach say, "Yeah, this man X, Y, Z." Other than that,
even the coach could just be bullshitting you.
right? so really, you just don't know. That's why I always say like the drafts are weird because they're drafting you. They're drafting you off your ability in that quick little hour meeting that y'all had together.
Yep.
After that, it's just like, okay, well, what did you think? It's like so you got an hour to, no matter who you are, you got an hour to impress whoever it is if you want to be drafted or even do that. I mean, and I feel like he maybe thought he was supposed to be higher, so he might have botched some interviews. Never know. He didn't do I'll tell people he didn't do the combine. He didn't do other things that would have helped him. Like people, you can't. you really can't sit back at Shedeur and saying you ain't listening to media and everybody's doubting your quarterbacking ability and then be like, I'm not doing the combine.
Yeah.
They say you lack arm strength and you just like, yeah, fuck it. Well, I ain't going to the combine. Well, why don't you just go show them that you're not lacking arm
Well,
strength?
because it doesn't look,
Like,
it doesn't, when he did that, like the shit when it was like, oh, look at him throw next to Cam Ward. It's like, okay, look at the games. That's cool. Stats is cool. Them throwing against air is cool, but like go look at the games and it's like going back. It's like I see a very a very good pocket quarterback who makes great decisions, who reads the defense as well. And then you look on the other side and you say Cam Ward, physical talent. To me, it's not even like he's like I think the perfect comp was Jordan Love. He's not super athletic. He's kind of.
He's not
big.
A willing runner. He just can't run.
He can run if he's forced to, basically. He's not big. Jordan Love is 6'4".
Right.
Cam Ward is 6'2", 6'1",
6'2",
and 3/4 or some shit like that. Like, and it's just, to me, it was like the separation, like using Madden numbers. If Cam Ward is a 99 draft prospect, I look at Shedeur and be like, okay, if he's a 99, then Shedeur is at a minimum a 90. But then once you add the age onto all of this, shit gets weird.
But I mean, but if you go, and
I just don't see.
No, I'm just laughing because you say if he's a 99, Shedeur at minimum is a 90. So it's just like, so everybody else in this quarterback draft is what? It's like when you done with a Madden season. And you go to the next thing, and they're like, "Here's all the draft prospects." It's like 290 quarterbacks, everybody else 76 or some shit. Just like,
and also Cam Ward turns 23 in 3 weeks, May 25th. So he's in that same boat.
Yeah,
he's in the same.
He went because he went JUCO, then he went
Texas something Southern,
Washington. Then he went to
State.
Washington.
That's what it was. Yeah. Now, yeah, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not wishing on the man downfall. Like, to be honest, I mean, I ain't saying he sucked. Like, and I said I think he don't have a real strong arm. I've said that all the time. I do think he has accuracy. I never doubted that.
But the arm, but what is arm strength?
But the like arm strength, as in like
Trevor Lawrence got a strong arm. What is that doing for him in the league? Kyler Murray got a strong arm. What is that doing for him in the league? But when I say
strong arm, like you can. When you look at people throw the ball, you can tell, like, because the windows close quicker from college to the NFL. So you look at sometimes seeing how far somebody can throw and how much of a zip it has can show you, like, arm strength. Like, oh, can he get it through these certain type of windows, especially in goal line things. And that's why they start bringing in lack of arm. That's where the arm strength comes in.
I just don't like that,
stuff
too.
Like that. So
Tom Brady, did Tom Brady have a strong arm?
No, he didn't have the strongest, but Tom Brady was.
Did Peyton Manning have a strong arm?
No, but them motherfuckers.
Did Drew Brees have a strong arm? No, those are the leading passers of all time.
He threw. Drew Brees threw a nice ball, though.
So did Russell Wilson. Would you say Russell Wilson has a strong arm? Because that's not about strength. That's like positioning.
Yeah,
like
where you
Russell put the ball placement.
Russell Wilson definitely has a strong arm. That man played. He got drafted. I know, definitely
baseball,
sure he has a strong arm.
He's a baseball guy. That's true. But
all of them are baseball guys.
The top three quarterbacks.
Yeah, Peyton Manning just threw. Peyton Manning threw for like 7. Yeah, well, you got me tripping. Like
Peyton Manning did not have a strong arm. Guy.
That man, I feel like.
Go back and watch Peyton Manning highlights.
I feel like I could throw. I said this on the side. I feel like I throw farther than Shedeur.
Maybe, but that don't mean nothing.
So it's like that shit counts though.
The best 3 quarterbacks of all time had technically weak arms.
Listen,
the other thing too. He has a slow release and he passed the ball. Go watch Tom Brady highlights. Watch Tom Brady's deliberate windup. He has a full, like, generic throwing motion that's almost the exact same thing as Shedeur. So the knocks, the only point I bring this up, The
Yeah, but
knocks
you
on
saying
Shedeur.
greats though, like you talking about
Yeah,
greats.
because these
You're
traits
not
are
talking about
traits
all
that
the
don't
other
matter.
players that came out with the same traits that didn't make it.
Yeah, but there's a ton of
It's a ton of
okay,
players
and
that came out
also
that didn't make it with
Jamarcus
the same
Russell
traits.
could run a 4.7 and was 280 pounds and 6'6" and could throw the ball 90 yards, but that didn't mean
Right.
shit because he sucked.
Right, but Jamarcus Russell didn't even study film. That man just
Yeah.
that man never.
But 10, that's what I mean. It's a
It's
combination. So that's
yes,
why I
but it's
hate when
that's
we
what
do this shit because now we're like going to the opposite side. Like Johnny Manziel was smoking crack and doing heroin and shit and drunk on the field and he was physically like just out tangibling everybody on the field and just chucking it over to Mike
yeah. I would
Evans.
say Johnny. Right, it was Johnny was really doing it at Texas
And
A&M
it
though.
didn't
Really
matter
putting
because of the
numbers up though,
intangibles.
but he was putting numbers
Putting
up, going
crazy numbers
crazy.
up. And it was like, man, he smoked crack. So I don't know if we can draft him. We can't draft him first overall. Let's
And who
draft
drafted
him
him?
late in the first round. The
Who drafted
Browns.
him? Yeah, well, look at
Yeah, and they were just hoping like maybe we can get him to not smoke crack
leave
and
it.
go to parties.
Yeah, leave it to the Browns to draft another, make it another
He
fucking
didn't.
circus.
I just want to point out again, he did not smoke crack. He did. He did fentanyl. Okay, it's different.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Nah, he wasn't a crackhead. He was a dope fiend. All right, it's a different. It's a different type of. It's two different type of people. But allegedly, all allegedly.
Don't do none of them.
Boy, you drink and do dope. That's a crazy combination. That's sick. You are a superhero.
And you go out there just killing them niggas on
Oh,
Saturday
Bama.
too. Just like, come on,
That
cuz.
nigga
Like,
drinks 24
you know how mad
Bud
I be with
Lights.
this nigga, right? This man walking here with a pack of Miller Lights on his shoulder, like, y'all ready to play?
He drank a 24 pack of Bud Lights, fucking sniffed some coke, and then ate a piece of fentanyl and went out and put 400 yards on Bama. As a fucking freshman or sophomore or whatever.
Yeah, that nigga.
Like,
So yeah, we ain't gonna. Yeah, I mean,
it's a mix. It's a mix of talent, physical
you
talent,
just don't know,
intangibles, and
but that's why
nobody
it's the
really knows what
draft.
the
That's
fuck they
why
looking
it's
at.
that's why it's the beauty of it. Like, you get drafted, you go prove what you need to prove. Like, I mean, Deshaun Watson out for the season, you ain't got to worry about that. Kenny Pickett, is not good,
Yeah.
and Joe Flacco is old. So really,
Will
all you got to do is
Levis.
look. All you got to do is look better than Dylan Gabriel on camp, and then you win basically a backup spot. Like,
You might start.
that's
That's the thing people aren't really realizing with Shedeur is if he takes this opportunity and does something good with it, he could start. It's just Joe Flacco in the way. Because Deshaun Watson, they might hit Deshaun Watson and say he injured and try to collect some of that money. I've seen people talking about the insurance money if he is hurt for the rest of the year and
he's out. He tore his Achilles. He's out for the rest of the year. We're not gonna act like he's coming back, and he's not good. So
it's just Joe Flacco between him and Kenny Pickett, and we know those guys are not good. So that's all you got to do is be good. That to me, everything I said, I feel like okay. I feel like he's good. I'm not going after we do this. I'm not going to be. We're not. I don't want to do the Colin Kaepernick thing where we just continually now like, oh, he deserves a shot. No, he has a shot right now in a situation where all he has to do is go prove it. Go prove that you're that good now. You have a chance. You just got to beat out a guy who's 5'7".
And if he's as good as everybody says, it shouldn't be that hard to win that job in that quarterback room.
It shouldn't be hard to beat out a 50-year-old man and a dude who's 5'6".
And Kenny Pickett.
And
like
Kenny
whatever
Pickett.
he is.
And
like,
I just keep forgetting.
I mean, he is
Kenny
a Super Bowl winning Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett wears 2 gloves as a quarterback. I don't want to hear that. Stop it. So don't talk to me about Kenny Pickett. You wear 2 gloves.
This man,
you 6'3". That shit gets weird, bro.
Kenny Pickett is. You know what? While we talking, you know what grind my gear, man?
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Just jump ship real quick. Since we talking about quarterbacks are not good, somebody told me that. Somebody said Alex Smith sucked, and I'm just I'm like, Alex Smith didn't suck.
I mean, do we got to
And
do this again?
I'm like, no, but listen to me. And I was like, he wasn't the worst quarterback we had.
No.
And he wasn't
Not
the
even
best
close.
one.
Right.
And then they was like, well, I didn't say he was the worst. But I said, well, you said he sucked. So what do you mean when you say he sucked? I mean, I feel like the worst is like if somebody say you the worst something you ever seen and you suck, I feel like that's just opinionated. If somebody say like he the worst, but if somebody tell you suck, that just bona fide means you just say like Zach Wilson sucks.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that.
Yes.
But if I was to say,
see, my take is more that what we usually argue over is me more so saying that he's overrated because we as Chiefs fans, he delivered the Chiefs from being shitty to being good, but his contribution in that was extremely overrated.
And I don't think so. And that's what I said. I don't think he sucks.
I don't think he sucks.
I think
he just wasn't good. I think those are two different things.
I just feel like that being the first pick of the draft really like killed how people look at Alex Smith. It doesn't help when
he got drafted it was just you and Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, right.
And
it was
Aaron
like a draft
Rodgers
this
fell.
year.
Like that didn't help, yeah.
But no, it was like there's a difference between saying somebody sucks and just the worst you ever seen. Like, because I said, Zach Wilson sucks. Everybody knows that. But the worst quarterback I could say Kenny Pickett's the worst quarterback I've ever seen. But somebody might say, I like Kenny Pickett. He's pretty decent. Mm. But everybody can agree on that Zach Wilson sucks, right?
Like
I don't think, so I just think just don't say he sucked. That's my opinion. Alex Smith don't suck.
Just say he's not good. Because now we can have a different argument. You know what I mean? Saying he's not good
but
is
to
totally
say he's
different.
Not good is disrespectful too. I don't
think so.
You
are average. You are a slightly below average NFL quarterback. I think that's a great career.
No, I think
that's an amazing career. A slightly below average starting quarterback for 10 years is a great career.
Below average. This man is at least average.
Nah, he's at least slightly below average. And that's fine. But that's where we differ is I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do you know how many quarterbacks there have been in the NFL, bro? The NFL has been around for 120 years.
Right, but slightly below average.
Now
you put them in the realm of
if it's 1,000 quarterbacks, nigga, you 510. That's pretty good. That's pretty good relatively. It's just not good compared to the rest of the quarterbacks in the NFL.
That nigga. Nah.
Where are we ranking? Where are we putting Alex Smith in all time?
I'm not finna have an all-time battle in my head of quarterbacks in the NFL. Like
because I have a hard time. He ain't
got no ring. He ain't got no accolades or nothing. He ain't really. He got like.
That's my point. He not been to break the top 100.
But to say he sucks because of that doesn't. I mean,
hold on, let me ask ChatGPT where you at?
He got a few Pro Bowls, don't he?
I don't think one. Is it one? Let me look it up. I got this shit put it right here. Let me scroll to.
Damn, this nigga Shedeur just got hurt.
Awards. I don't see none.
Wait, he got some in college. You had to. That's why he got #1 pick, right?
He got comeback player of the year. He did get 2 Pro Bowls.
All right, comeback player of the year. Let's go, baby.
Yep, 2 Pro Bowls.
You got to start somewhere.
I mean, his leg snapped in half and he played 1 game. But yeah.
I mean, he did have the then Redskins. Was it the Redskins?
Yep.
Real good record. About to be leading that division before he got hurt.
Yeah. Nobody
thought he was going to do it.
They was 6-4 when he got hurt. He played 10 games that year before his leg broke. They was 6-4. He had 2,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
He was on pace for 4,020. You said 10 touchdowns?
He was going to throw for 18-7, 18-9. Is he okay? Hold on. Was he better? Is he better than Jameis Winston? Does he have a better career than Jameis Winston?
Who, Alex Smith?
Yeah.
Hey, I fuck with Jameis though. I
That's
ain't
what I'm
gonna lie,
saying.
boy.
Because Jameis Winston ain't got shit. I don't think he has a
That
Pro Bowl or
35,000
nothing.
This man went 5,000, 30, and 30. That's iconic.
And needed eye cert. He needed LASIK. He was out there. He couldn't see. He needed glasses and didn't know it until he was almost 30.
You realize how crazy that is?
You know how country bumpkin you gotta be to not know you need glasses until you almost 30? Nobody tested this nigga to see if he need glasses before he played in the NFL?
What y'all do during the physicals? You ain't do an eye test?
None.
I did a physical in college and we did an eye test.
I think they assume that because you play quarterback, you can see. I think they just start there, like, oh, he plays quarterback, he can see farther than 20 feet.
But then
this nigga was out there guessing. He was out there. I think he opened. I watched the film, so he there. He should be there. I can't see.
They just say, I see something. I just see a blur. It's a fast blur. Right.
I know where I'm supposed to throw the ball. I'm just gonna try some shit.
30 for 30 is crazy. With 5,000 yards though.
And a winning record. They went like 9-8. Oh fuck, bro.
That is
or 9-7, whatever that was. I think they had a winning record too. Oh fuck.
Yeah, and then people thought, oh, like Brady went to a shitty team. No, they was literally a quarterback away from winning. They was literally
just
away.
Jameis not throwing 30. It's not even that. Just Jameis, if he would have threw 18, just half the interceptions,
yeah,
they probably would have been a great team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's been 500. Wait. Between 1970 and 2015, there was 505 quarterbacks who started at least one game. So to be fair, Alex Smith probably cracks the top 100 then.
That started at least one game. It's only been 500 that played at least one game.
It's 721 is the exact number between 1960. This is just the modern era. So 1966 to 2021, 721 have played at least one game. So that means, way like a tenth of that, like
right. Actually,
200 of them have started probably a full season or multiple seasons, probably in the 200s, I'd imagine.
Right.
Because it's 30 teams, and if we say the average is 5 years per quarterback over 70 years, 60 years. Now we're talking about, wherever the fuck that is. Fucking six quarterbacks every generation.
A squared plus B squared equals
it's about
C
200.
It's
180, 200, somewhere floating around 200 real starters that you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember whatever.
Yeah, I remember
Banks
Brady
from the
Quinn
Saints.
or Damian Hurd.
Shit like that. So yeah, he probably
Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, he's in the top 100 then. That's fair, I feel like.
Goated. Damn, I didn't know he was really goated like that. When you break the numbers down,
that does sound crazy though. When you look at it that way, it's like, you might be top. You might be 131st of all time.
He's somewhere up there in some category, maybe touchdown to interception ratio.
Maybe. Hold on, I can pull up his. Let me. This is fucked up. So he won Comeback Player of the Year. And I'm not counting that shit. So, touchdowns, he's ranked 52nd all time in touchdowns. He's ranked 44th in passer rating, 48th in sacks. He's ranked 16th in sacks, actually. God damn.
Man, getting his ass beat.
So yeah, he's like top 100. That's what I mean is like if there's been
he was average.
Yeah, slightly below average. Yeah, exactly.
No, he's average.
Just slightly below average.
If there's been 200 and he's higher than half, then he's at least average.
Well, according to Sports or Pro Football
stats, he's
Reference,
50th or 40th.
His approximate career value is a 98, which places him 171st of all time.
So he's average.
To put that in perspective, Tom Brady's weighted average, what the fuck is this shit called? His approximate value score is 184.
And then Alex Smith is what?
98.
184 and 98.
Oh,
What is that like that?
To be fair, 171st, a 98 score. This is all players of all time. So it's not just quarterback. So that means, yeah, he's the top 70 quarterback. That's cool, bro. See, we got to a common ground where we can agree slightly below average long-term starter.
No,
I'm just gonna keep adding more.
That's definitely
slightly
average.
below average long-term starter. I'm just gonna keep
you
average.
Definitely he just keeps hiring his rank, but somehow you keep saying slightly below average. He just keeps getting higher and higher.
Yeah. Because how many years? Let's see how many years you start for. 2005 to 2018. How many quarterbacks started for 10 plus years? Let's see. ChatGPT. Welcome to the podcast powered by OpenAI. Yeah, it's like, it just basically was like, I don't fucking know. That's basically what it just said. It was like, I don't fucking know. Get out of here. But yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, that's our.
He doesn't suck. Still. He's not good. He's somewhere in between, which is slightly below average. You know, that's fine. That's a good. I don't see how you feel like that's a bad spot to be in. That's a good place.
If somebody told me I was slightly below average,
you'd be mad.
I would be mad as fuck. But
because if he got mad, I'd be like, you had Jamal Charles. Now be quiet. You had Jamal Charles carrying 70% of the fucking team's yardage in statistics. So you can't even be mad. But
he did have Jamal.
How about throw a touchdown to the wide receivers? Oops, you didn't have any. I will give him that. I'll give him a pass for that. That's the one pass he gets from me is like, they didn't do a great job like getting receivers in there.
No, but then they did it, and they was like, well, these wasn't really for you. These was for Patrick.
Yeah.
You just had to get them warm.
Boy. And look at that. Somehow we look how Alex Smith brings the groove of the podcast back together. Oh, that's funny as hell, bro.
Welcome back, Alex. We love you.
Now, to be fair, I was in the hospital last week. While I think the draft was
last Thursday.
Saturday. Yeah. And so I've been in dealing with being in the hospital and all this shit and a bunch of shit going on. My legs all fucked up. It got infected. I got bit by a tick. Just to tell you what happened. So the draft and shit I was not locked in on. But what I was locked in on from sitting in there in that goddamn hospital was the NBA playoffs. Thank God for the NBA playoffs, because the day I went into, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, I went to the hospital. I went into the hospital on April 19th. So it was 2 weeks ago. April 19th.
Oh, really?
I went into the hospital, and that was the fucking day the playoffs started. So I walked in that bitch and was sitting in there fucking, I couldn't go nowhere, IV strapped to my arm, couldn't stand up, get up out the bed, just stuck there in the bed watching the playoffs for two straight days. And man, that shit had me, those first couple games fucked me all the way up. I'm
trying to remember the first, there's been so many since.
Well, yeah, because this shit just every day. It's a constant bombardment of games. They kind of all start running into each other. I wanted to point out some things. The things that I love about the NBA playoffs, now that we're nearing the end of the first round. Things I love about the NBA playoffs are that people totally forgot that 3 through 8 were one game apart. And so now we get to pretend like the Timberwolves did something amazing
Right.
by beating a Lakers team that won 2 or 3 games more than they did. And now we just get to pretend like, oh, look, you took down LeBron and Luka, who were a much better team because they were the 3 seed and they were the 6 seed. It's like,
Well,
yeah,
that
but they're like a
give or
game.
take a few games, they could have been swapped seeds, and everybody would have been like,
Yeah.
"That makes sense. They a 3 seed."
Let me see exactly how many games they were. It's not a lot. I know that. 49 and 33, 50 and 32. They're one game
One
separate.
game.
So 3 through 8 is a 2-game difference. The Grizzlies won 2 less games than the Lakers. And the Grizzlies just got whooped by 50 every game.
Every game, basically.
And they're a 2-game difference.
I don't even know why they was even in the play.
Like the Rockets are 16 games back from the Thunder. Like that's how massive the gap is from 1 to 2 to
Right.
8. So 2 through 8 is like what I just love that the playoffs started and then now we've gotten 2 weeks into this and people just have totally
Forgot the regular season.
that it was that all these teams are basically the same. They're all right there in the same level as each other. It's just some teams match up better against other teams. I think that's the case for the Lakers Timberwolves right now.
Well, anybody would have matched up good against the Lakers if you would have had somebody 6'10".
Anybody
If you had
6'9" and over 200 pounds, you were dominating.
Yeah, it's just like JJ Redick failed to put anybody tall in the game.
I mean,
how about that?
He didn't have they should have traded for Mark Williams. But another thing that I love about the NBA playoffs is we just get to magically remember that players were good because they don't care about the regular season. Anthony Edwards is like, we forgot he was Michael Jordan. Halliburton. Oh, shit. Halliburton can score 25 and 15 at will, basically. Just wake up and go,
right. Jamal Murray. Oh, okay. I can drop 43.
Jamal Murray's a little sketchy because he only had the 1 game. But I just mean, like, we just forget.
But he plays dope in the playoffs. He plays better in the playoffs.
True. Who else? Steph Curry. It's like, oh, the Warriors, they're the 7 seed. They barely got back in. It's just Jimmy Butler. How are they going to be able to compete? They don't have a big. Oh, Steph Curry's just going to drop 30 a game. That's what's going to happen.
James Harden. Still the James Harden.
Yeah, both ways. James Harden is the funniest one because he's doing everything you expect James Harden to do on both, whether you like him or hate him. He did everything. He proved everybody right. The people that love him, he proved them right. The people that hate him, he proved them right. And it's like,
yeah. So I mean, so tonight he gonna make somebody mad. Shit.
Yeah, but we just forget. Like, we just do this thing where we're just like, oh yeah, like Jason Tatum is good. Like, well, yeah, and but nobody expected the Magic to be amazing. Their team's been hurt all year. The same thing where it's like, the shit we've been talking about the Pistons for a few months now. It's been a couple months. It's been since like February. We're like, hey, the Pistons are fucking. What's going on over there? It's like, oh yeah, look, Cade Cunningham is fucking Grant Hill again. It's like, yeah. It's like
Pistons. I mean, they've been putting up a fight, man.
Oh yeah, I can't. That shit. They play tonight, right?
They playing right now.
Oh shit, I need to pull that
it's
up.
36-44.
They down?
They down.
Oof, that's rough. See, that's the problem with the Pistons is they don't have enough shooting to like really form any type of real comeback.
Yeah, they got to wait. I mean, those games that they have, the shooter's been like Beasley. Tobias Harris been doing good the last couple of games. He's been 15-7, 15-8.
Yeah, he just decided he wanted to be good again.
Schroeder's been doing some shit off the bench, man.
It's like, Beasley ain't been doing the Beasley shit that he was doing all year.
Yeah, his scoring's been down, so that's the reason why that really. And then during foul trouble, he needs to really work on playing like stop punching motherfuckers. Not literally, but you know what I mean. He just always
He too
in
fucking
foul
strong.
trouble.
He one of them.
Yeah, he
Boy,
just
you too
muscle
strong,
head
bro.
ass man.
Yeah, quit
Like
being so
but
fucking
I
strong
like
all the
watching
time.
Duran play because he
Oh
plays
yeah.
hard and things like that. But it's like muscle. It's like your homie that play football, that play
That play,
basketball. Just
yeah.
like if you like nigga, if you don't get your big ass
Like, bro,
on,
that's a
like.
foul, bro. All of that is a foul. You can't just push me in the back of the neck.
You can't use your shoulders for
Yes,
defense,
you
nigga.
can't just tackle people mid-air because you 6'6". No.
But
But
they got a man. That
Jalen
team
Duren,
is
a very sneaky talent that he has. Passing
passing.
out of the high post. Like him and Cade run that pick and roll, and when he
And
stops instead of rolls, and then it's just like Asar Thompson fucking kick it back to Tobias.
Right at the free throw, top of the
Oof.
free throw line.
It's
He catch
sneaky
that
good.
bitch and hit that dude right a cut or a corner pass to the corner.
It was amazing. He did a pocket pass so smooth. He caught that motherfucker at his hip and basically just in one motion took the pass from Cade and just bounced it straight into the paint to Asur, and he just punched it. I was like, oh man, that's sick. Mm-hmm. This is what I was saying about the fucking real running an actual pick and roll. Look what happens. It takes a team that won fucking 7 games last year, or whatever 17 games last year, to the competing in the playoffs, just having basically two guys that are good. You got Duren,
and then
and
but
Cade.
They got good, and that's what I said. They got some limit. Because we broke the team down. It's like, and they got like.
And you have
valuable veterans around them.
You have
like
decent pieces around these guys that can do this over and over
and
over
been
again.
in playoff games before. So like they have history.
That high screen and roll. It's not even a screen and roll. It's just a high screen. The Celtics are the most notorious because it's not a pick and roll. They set the screen and they fade out on the 3-point line. And now it's just an ISO. Like, okay, now it's just fucking Tatum and Brown ISOing at the top of the key and just like, oh, I'm either going to shoot it or I'm going to drive. And then we get to see like the real, like the Pistons to me was like, it's fun to watch because it's what we've been saying. Luka does the same thing. Peak Harden, it was ISO, pure ISO or pure straight pick and roll. And I think it's weird to watch. The problem I have is I've been watching way more NBA than anything else. And I have noticed the lack of actual pick and roll and just it's more high screen. We get a mismatch. Now I'm gonna ISO. Jalen Brunson. Just watch Jalen Brunson every other possession.
Yeah, they just high screen to get the matchup
to get
and then
the switch.
They do what they do.
And then it's just okay. Now I'm gonna ISO you and do something. It's like okay, that's cool, but like
they actually pick and roll and pick and pop.
Yes,
pick
and they
pass
work off the pick and roll, and then they run actions off of that. Like that's the other thing too. Is like some of the Beasley shots come from the Duren shit. Okay, pick and roll, drop it to the free throw line. He's standing at the free throw line. Cade's running, setting a screen for Beasley, who's coming around. Yeah. And that's how he getting his 3. And it all is based off of this shit because the pick and roll starts it. This action starts it. You can also go from that pick and roll to running high
But that's what
screens.
happened when you got a player like Cade who that fits his game. Like, because he's not really an ISO player. Like, I guess he can if he needs to be.
He doesn't really get by people on his own.
Right. But I mean, but he can if need be. Yeah. But he'll really want to do a move, stop and pick and like hit he'll rather hit a mid ranger than to try to drive, I guess. Yeah. I've seen him get to a rack
floater,
though. Yeah, a floater. But that pick and roll, man, he's a real good playmaker, man. And him and Duren, man, that's a
scary combo.
Yeah.
That's why and
that man hella athletic, so you just throw it up there, he gonna jump and get that bit.
And the fact that he has the wherewithal to make those passes is like scary to think about. Okay, now they have playoff experience where they actually competed with a good team, and now we're gonna. And these guys are 21. Duren is 21.
And all they're gonna do is get better and get more pieces, or
the right pieces,
or
better fitting guys.
I mean, the Thompson twin, he's still around, do it all, jack all trades, but he's always in foul trouble too. Like they just always all of them. These niggas that on the Pistons really just be on niggas' backs, boy.
I also another thing I love about the NBA playoffs is these niggas that can't shoot, get them out of here. If you can't be relied on to get a bucket, like you're gonna have a really like the Rockets is the perfect example. Nobody,
No,
you
yeah,
can't count
nobody want a
on
bucket.
nobody to get a
Nobody want a
bucket.
bucket on the Rockets. Like Jalen Green is like, bro, you
It's
done
crazy.
dropped 38 and every other game is under 10.
But you got to
Well, I
think
don't know what
his
did he do last
whole
night. I can't
game,
remember.
Jalen Green whole game is come
Get a
off of.
bucket.
No, it's not even just that. It's like come off of some type of pin down, some type of screen, and be going full speed at the rim. There's not a lot of like, okay, let's run him with the ball doing something. He don't beat people one on one. If you watch, like it's a lot of okay, I'm coming off ball screen, getting it, going downhill, and that's most of his game. And if that's clicking, that's when he gets 38. If it's not, then that's what happens with how he ends up with 9 points in 37 minutes because he just don't. He's not. He can't. He's a scoring guard that can't just go get a bucket either. So
So he
then where does
can't
that
create his
leave?
own shot.
Yeah, where does he go? Who are you at that point? Like you're just kind of you're not you're just there.
He need to be in the lab.
I
Like
was trying to
somebody
think of a good
they
comparison, but
need to because right now it seems like he's still not. It's still a level of his game he needs to unlock.
yeah. You
So
know what he reminds me
I'm
of? Here's the perfect one. J.R. Smith, but smaller. J.R. Smith didn't do a lot of I'm finna ISO and just
I
score on
don't.
you. It was all kind of
J.R. Smith used to dunk on people.
yeah, but if you I'm thinking about it, I'm just saying yeah,
J.R.
but that proves
Smith.
that's kind of what I mean is like he was a off ball scoring guard who couldn't really go get his own shot consistently, but he was still a bucket. You wouldn't say he's not a bucket. Same way you wouldn't say like Jalen Green is like his whole game is being off an offensive player.
Right.
So it's like okay, but you can't go get your own bucket. I put him in that same
but
category.
and then it's just like any other sport. I feel like playoffs is really gonna show you
That was my
what
point.
type of
Yeah.
player you are and what you need to work on.
Yep.
Like
Like Shingun.
great players that haven't been to the playoffs just live off of them being great in the regular season because they never really been in that playoff intensity type of games. But once you see that great player get to the playoffs, then you'll see like, whoa, hold on, like when the time get going, boy, this man kind of. That's why James Harden is in like
It's rough.
it's kind of like a whole once you start keep going to the playoffs, it turns into like a career now. So like James Harden is two different people. Like did you watch First Thing First the other day when Nick Wright said some crazy ass stat like he got 55 games
Oh
where
yeah. Has
where
more
he's
turnovers than field goals made or whatever. Yeah.
well he got 55 games where he's made 10 or more field goals and 54 games where he's made 5 or less.
Oh, okay. And I think there was
It's just
another one
like
where it was like and then out of all of that, he's had 26 of those, 26 games or 27 somewhere around there that he had more turnovers than field goals made.
Right. So it's just like,
yes. And then he also has the greatest singular player scoring season we've ever seen since Michael Jordan. He averaged 37 and 10 basically.
Well, I'm gonna say all that saying the Rockets being young, getting that 2 seed, and playing up against a real good team that like Jimmy, Steph, Draymond, Kerr, Golden State. That's championship mentality, and they showing you right now like all that 2 seed talk and how y'all was running y'all
nothing
in the playoffs at all.
Especially when you don't have anybody that can score. It's so crazy.
Well, especially when the veteran you leaning on is Dylan Brooks.
Yes.
With veteran experience.
Who's totally one side of the ball and it's not scoring. So that's a problem.
Right. But no championship, real playoff experience either. Like Steven Adams, maybe.
Bro, the Grizzlies won one round in the playoffs 3 years ago, and we were like, "Oh, they're up next."
Like, stop, right. So bro. I'm just saying, like, really, they're a young team with Oh damn, they came back like that.
Yeah, bro. I just watched Beasley tied up. That was crazy.
But yeah, what about say? They learned. They young. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
that
need
playoff is different.
somebody. Got to be able to make a shot. The real problem I have with the Rockets is Şengün can't shoot, or he doesn't
No,
shoot. I think he can. He doesn't shoot the three. So if he doesn't shoot the three ball, all he is like he's like Jokic without the scoring
and not as tall.
and not as tall. So you're kind of just like Sabonis, basically. You're like
Basically,
a
yeah,
like great value Sabonis. So
right. Because I
we
would
can
think
count
a
on
lot
you
of
get
people probably
20 and 10 and then kind of make a lot of the right passes, but like if that's the guy we're going to lean on to get us a basket at the end of the game, we're pretty screwed here. Amen Thompson, they just leave Amen Thompson alone.
yeah.
They will leave him at the 3-point line and they pass it to him and he tries to drive on like
He just
three
goes some
people.
crazy ass drive. It's just like a he just runs as fast as he can, dribbles as fast as he can,
and jump as high as he can. Yeah, and that's
and that's
it
his
works
game.
sometimes.
Like, it do,
and that's where you
and
get the freaky shit. You're like, what? What did you just do? Did you just go?
It's
Did you
just
just
him
walk
and his brother
around
just
two
all
people
go.
and then
Like,
dunk on the other side of the rim? What just happened?
If they ain't came straight from the Russell Westbrook catalog, then I don't know what.
Smooth
who did.
though. That's why it looks weirder because they do it. It's Westbrook like was
Right,
intentionally looked like he was working hard. They don't.
Yeah,
I literally one of those plays. I think it was Amen. It was at the right elbow. He was out of 3-point line, and it was swing, and he was wide open because they left him there, and it was like three people playing off into the paint, and they swung it to him, and he grabs the ball and he takes like one beat and just like looks, and he just dribbles like twice, one dribble, two dribble, and he's like, I think it was Steph. Steph like is like running out to him. He just literally takes one step around him, and Steph was just gone. Like, and Steph had to like turn all the way around from just him taking one step, one dribble around him, and then he
how
dribbled.
tall is
they
are they?
6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, it would say they 6'7", 6. Yeah.
So Steph's closing out. He takes one dribble, just walks one step around him. Then he goes right to left crossover because I think somebody else, maybe Draymond or Jimmy, slides out of the paint to him. So he goes right to left and then just takes one more step. It basically does it all in 3 steps from the 3-point line, basically. He takes another step.
Well, he got long steps.
He takes another step across the paint and does a 2-handed fucking dunk on the other side of the rim. And I was like, that's the shit that's not normal. Like,
no, he got crazy athletic ability.
But I think people don't understand like how ridiculous that is. Like for somebody to catch it
but
at the 3-point line,
that's
take 3 dribbles through 3 people and dunk it on the other side of the goal.
But that's literally his game. So it's just like
what the
he's
fuck?
literally just drive and kick maybe because he can't pass.
Yeah,
he's a real he could do it. He could score, rebound, and
but again,
pass.
he's another connector piece. Him and Şengün would you know what the perfect if Cade played on the Rockets, perfect because he can get you a bucket.
But he play. I mean, it's like that's the same damn near as him playing on the Pistons, though.
Yeah,
we already said they like the East version, and
right.
you put him with the other. He's with the other Thompson.
That's true. But I just point that out.
We
just because
that was like
I'm just trying to think of a younger guy too.
That was because I said the Pistons reminded me of the East version of Houston.
Shit,
like
even somebody a lower version like Paolo on the Rockets. Hey, he can't shoot, but we can also just give him the ball, get out of the way, and he's going to give us 25.
Paolo would.
Well, yeah, that's why I said Cade because Cade will shoot the ball. I was just trying to think of somebody in that vein where it's like, okay, just give him the ball, everybody move, and we're just going to let him do something. And I just think that's what they need. They don't have that. It's sad to watch this shit.
They might trade for the Giannis.
Giannis, it was another one that would be cool. Like Giannis on the Rockets, just everybody. Okay, we've been running our game. It's a tie.
But they're gonna have to give up Şengün for that one, though.
Nah, I'm not giving up Şengün. because that's
They're gonna have to.
I can't like Shingun. I feel like would be like a really great second player to somebody like Giannis because he can do everything else. He can like Shingun can stand outside.
If he don't want to
and
shoot,
make everything
then
happen.
if he don't want to shoot threes, then
But
how
that's the
would
real
that?
problem. I think he can, but he doesn't. I wonder what his shooting percentage is.
I mean, if nobody but Draymond can hold him on the Warriors, then what's the point? Shit, just keep cooking their ass in the paint.
True. He's shooting. Yeah, see, that's nasty.
It's like what, 29,
23. And so yeah, that's a problem. You can't be that type of player, be 6'8", and not be able to shoot.
This man averaged what, 18 points a game,
19, 10, and 5,
and no 3-pointers. The boy, if you get that bitch up to 30%, you're probably average like 20,
one a
22.
Game. Basically, he's attempting one a game.
If he get that up to 30%, he'll probably average like what, 23, 24 or something like that.
25, yeah. If he shoots 4 of them and makes even that same percentage, like if you take 5 and you make 2,
you're right.
You're in a good spot. Well, that's 40%, but you know what I mean. Take 6 of them bitches, bro. If you hit 2 a night, now all of a sudden you almost average 30.
Right.
You're playing the same game. But yeah, it's like
but they gonna need something if they want to. I don't think they're not winning it this year.
You want to know what I also would like to see is I would like to see Jabari Smith with a little more like, hey, just go do something. Here's 5 possessions where we're just gonna let you do something.
I mean, because he be having his little spurts where
it's just like oh shit, and they just take the ball away from him. Like go play now go play defense and shut the fuck up.
Like, we gave you your 6 points. Here's your 4 rebounds, and leave us alone.
Like damn, that shit is crazy though. But
I mean, he seemed like he the best shooter so far.
That's kind of what I mean. Is like let him do stuff, like run some shit with him and Shingun and see like how it works. Like who the fuck knows? But NBA's just gets. That's the only problem I've been having with the playoffs is that the coaches and the style of play is a little bit too homogenized, where it just feels like nobody really tries different stuff. Like and I know it's because like we're in the playoffs and people want to do the things that
JJ.
Work. Yeah, and he's doing too much. He's doing too many things.
He tried something all right.
He did. But I just mean like the type of plays. You can run the same plays. You can run them through different players in different ways, different spots on the court. And I just feel like I see too much of like the same. Like the Nuggets are a great example of like, and it's just Jokic. Like what they do. Like okay, we're gonna run a high post where somebody comes and takes a dribble handoff. Now we're going to run that same play, but from the low post backwards. Like now the guy, instead of coming from the corner around to the elbow, now he's going to come across the baseline, get the ball, and come out to the elbow.
That's pretty easy when you can just throw it to your 7-2 and just like everybody run around him.
That's true. But I just
he can pass too. It's just like.
But I just mean shit that's as simple as that.
Hey Joker, go stand on the left block and we just gonna run circles around.
Hey, you know how you average? 15 assists. Just keep doing that shit.
Yeah, okay, that sounds easy, don't it?
One of the greatest players of all time, just like go run the offense. Yeah, you're right. But I just see that stuff, and even me not being somebody.
Yeah, it's just like all the great teams and great coaches do. What do you think Curry do? Why?
True.
Back and forth.
The same shit. We gonna run it a different way. Yeah.
He created his own shots here and there, but it's still a constant running around the court because that's what he does. Like
true. But it's like the Rockets are right there. Like the Jabari Smith shit, like I was just saying, run the same play you run for fucking Jalen Green. Run it for Jabari Smith, see how it works. The same little fucking dribble handoff from Shingun where he gets downhill. Run it for Jabari Smith and just see what happens. Why not?
I mean,
they just don't. People don't do shit like that, and that's some of the stuff that bothers me. It's like the Knicks. I hate watching the Knicks because of this exact reason. how many times we just gonna watch Brunson ISO and just fucking dribble the air out of the ball, throw it over to somebody, and then they just fucking, all right, now we gonna run some screen and just try to shoot the ball. Okay, cool. It's like, yeah, and it works. That's the problem with the NBA shit, is that shit works. That's why. And I say that, but then I like watching the Thunder do it, and that's all they do. Hey, Shea go 7 possessions doing the same exact shit over and over again, and then after that,
Shea goes 7 possessions just cooking somebody.
Y'all can score if we get a stop and then run. Everybody else gets to score if we get stops and run.
Y'all score on transition. I'll score on half courts. Like, that's what we do.
That shit is crazy. The funniest shit too is like the Clippers. But when you are so funny too with the old man ISO games from 10 years ago. It's so funny because it's so old.
Like, it's just back up, fade.
Yeah, like Kawhi
back up.
Or do fade. The same thing where it's just like, I'm gonna dribble, you reach, and I'm pulling up. Like, okay, you're just gonna do that every time you get the ball.
Every time I watch Kawhi, it's like,
I'm gonna dribble to the free throw line and then pull up.
This is Kawhi. And he's gonna keep hitting that shit
and hit it fucking 75% of the time.
Boop. I was just like, this man gonna keep. I say, every time I see him hit that first one, I'm like, oh, this man about to hit middies all day, boy. It's about to be a good night. Expect Kawhi for 30, yes.
And you know when if he missed them first 2, he just goes and stands in the corner. All right, Harden, I'll be here in a little bit. I'll be here. And I'm
gonna hit this corner 3 first.
I might score 16 tonight instead of 35. So I'm gonna tell you,
and Harden like, well, I planned on having 15, 8, and 10 and 7 turnovers.
It's like, well, I'm off too.
And Zubac like, I got 22 and 12.
And then that's when they get the random Norman Powell's like, all right, guys, I got this. I'm just gonna hit every fucking 3 I take. That shit was sick, bro.
I'm gonna have 25 by the third quarter, and just like, where's Norman Powell?
That last game, was it the last game?
Somebody just hit a half court shot or halftime buzzer beater.
I still got 2 seconds left on mine. What was the last game the 99 Aaron Gordon dunk?
Oh
was that the last one?
Yeah.
No, the last one was.
No, because James Harden just played when
the
they
last
one
was Jamal
turnovers.
Murray. It was Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray
43.
40.
James Harden played garbage. Yes, somebody did hit that shit from the fucking hash mark. God damn.
That was Malik Beasley.
Shit, he hit that bitch from. He just really ran to the hash and hit that motherfucker too. But yeah. So yeah, the Nuggets Clippers is a funny one. Like,
it's a good series. It's a good game. It's a good series.
It's my favorite series to watch.
Yeah,
so far.
it's a good series to watch. To be honest, a lot of other than even though the Lakers got 4-1, those were good games.
They were good games, individually.
So right, and then other than the 1-8 seeds,
it been good.
All of the other series has been good, real competitive.
It's so crazy, like, and we called this too. We were saying, is this going to be the most entertaining playoffs in the past 3 or 4 years since the bubble, basically? And it's kind of turned out to be that way. Every series, even though they're not like all 7-game series, they're all like I watched the games. Like, I look forward to the games, even though you get Indiana and Milwaukee where you're like, this shit is over. But I still want to watch just because, like, these two teams, they got history. They're both playing hard. Giannis.
Well, the thing about it is, and they could have won.
Celtics Magic. I didn't watch Celtics Magic. Just to throw that out there. That's the one I didn't watch at all.
I kind of like Orlando. Like,
I do too.
I don't think they're a bad team. I just think
no Suggs. They don't have a chance.
No Suggs. And no other Wagner brothers.
Nope.
Because that was their big man right there. For real.
So once Suggs, like that was cool. They've been hurt all year, and like their best guard, they would have fared a lot better if they had Suggs to do something with Derek White and Drew Holiday here and there, and just make it. Hey, this is Paolo and fucking Jason Tatum got to do, like, you guys.
Because I was
dueling it out.
Because I was looking at the Orlando, and I kept thinking, I'm like, man, if they had just like a point guard that could go crazy, and I kept thinking, like, where's their point guard? And I was like, damn, Jalen Suggs is hurt. And I was just like, damn, because that's really what it really was. Like,
that's why
they was really a guard away, to be honest.
And that's why I didn't watch. Like, Cole Anthony coming off the bench instead of starting, like, that makes a that changes the whole dynamic of everything that's going on. Because now it's just Cole Anthony, hey, just come out, score.
Right.
Once you get to score. You
And
got
then they had homie who now the other guy came off the bench. I forgot who it
Anthony
was.
Black, yeah, the young dude.
Right.
So
The
now it's
the rookie.
those two are your 1 and 2 coming off the bench. That changes the whole dynamic of your team.
Right.
Just having that, right? Like, and so that's where it was like, this is not
Yeah,
gonna
but
go
but
well.
that last game for the Heat kind of gave up, if you ask me.
Ooh. Oh, but let's go
That
back to Indiana, Milwaukee. How'd you feel about that
okay.
whole shit? That shit with Dame. We got to touch on Dame. It's over, right? It's
Yeah,
over.
he's retiring. I said
It's
that to
over with.
somebody too. I said he might as well just retire. He can't come back till he damn near 37. Why?
He not
Like
gonna come back till the next year.
November 1st, 2026 is when
Yeah,
they said
yeah, because you got to think it's a
is
full
literally when.
year of recovery, and he's gonna have to take months to get back in shape. So the playoffs will be started. It'll be mid playoffs by the time he's actually like, oh, I'm healed. So now you're talking
And
about
then to be honest, who's going? Is it even a team going to be there? Or
I don't
I mean,
know.
a team's going to be there, but it's just like if he come back to who? What team? It
I
ain't gonna be the same team. Bobby Portis and Lopez is free agents. You think they coming back?
November. So basically, not next season, but the season after that. The whole NBA could be different by then. It could be a totally
Right,
different league we looking at by the time that
bro.
happens.
Everybody's seen what Dame looked like these last couple years before all of this. Nobody's gonna take a chance on the blood clots and then
And
the
Achilles.
torn Achilles. Like he's got to hang it. It's sad to say, but Dame gotta hang that up.
That's crazy,
Like
bro.
I'm sure he was gonna do it. I don't know if the basketball in him probably is gonna want
He'll
him
come
to
back.
come
He'll
back,
come back.
but
Are you
I
cool with
just
being like a?
I'm gonna forget he's a player. To be honest,
Yeah, that's
like
what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna be
it's gonna be like
sad.
Dame Lillard's making return. I'm like
You know, it's fucked up. That already
Dame Lillard,
happened once. The past 2 or 3 years, it's kind of been like, oh yeah, Dame scoring 30 on the Trailblazers, and
right,
it don't
right, but
matter.
right, like who's in Portland again? Like damn. Like I forget Portland's still leaving the team,
Yeah, right
but
now they a weird team right now. This shit.
who's on Portland? That's a good question. Oh, they got like
Scoot,
Klingman and
Donovan Clingan, Scoot,
yeah.
Anthony Simons, Shaden Sharp,
Yeah, nobody. Anyway,
DeAndre
so
Ayton. Well, no, the two
yeah.
guards, Shaden Sharp, Anthony
Shane Sharp's
Simmons,
be
those they
getting going
nice.
crazy.
But you just it's for no reason. Like you guys, those aren't they're third, fourth, fifth, sixth pieces. They're not like top
Yeah.
guys. So yeah, maybe a couple
But
years.
yeah, but that's sad. But I mean,
So is Halliburton back? That's the question I really want to ask. Halliburton is back now. Is he
uh
back playing dark skinned basketball? He's not the light skinned bunny
who they about
whisperer,
to
snow bunny whisperer.
who they about to be matched up against? The winner of
No, Cavs. They're playing the Cavs.
no, he's not back. So we'll be
Oh, I
okay with
think
that one.
what you think?
I
Har
think he'll do decent. I think he'll
Yeah,
be
Garland
18
is
and
holding him. I
I
think.
think he'll get. I think he'll probably average maybe 18 and
Oh yeah,
I think he'll
they'll
do
lose
18
that.
and 11.
He
18 and 11.
this matchup in particular, the guards are Ty Jerome, Darius Garland, and fucking Donovan Mitchell.
Right. Is
Now
he's the you saying he's what the second best guard out of all of them?
he is.
You
Yeah,
would pick
yeah.
you would pick him after Donovan.
I'm
Like
looking, and I'm purely basing that off of scoring because the way I'm looking at it is the other part is the Cavs is Jared Allen, Evan Mobley.
right.
So basically, Miles Turner and Siakam are gonna have a really hard time scoring. So it's kind of
Yes.
gonna be on Halliburton and Nimhard and the guards to like. You guys have to do. You guys have to score probably 50 points collectively between the four guards you're putting on the court.
Miles Turner and Siakam is gonna have a very if
That's what I'm
I'll
saying.
be surprised
You'll
if
be lucky to
Mal
get 30, 40 points out of
combined.
your backcourt combined. Yeah, like the 3 guys scoring 40 points, you're gonna be like, that was a good night.
But Siakam do run with the second unit a little bit, so
True.
that's probably where he's gonna get a little bit of most of his from.
And that's where it's like,
But
ooh, because who's the other one? Who's the other big? Obi Toppin, and that's what I mean. Basically, we're asking Siakam to get 20, Miles Turner to get 15, and then Obi Toppin got to come in and score 5 or 10 points for y'all to get to 40. So that means
they got Daniil Hunter,
true,
Okora.
true. But that's what I mean. It's like, okay, we're at 40. So then let's say Nembhard averaging 15. That's 55.
He's
Halliburton got to average. You're gonna have to
and
basically average
you really
30.
but you think Nembhard's really about to average 15 against Cleveland?
He averages 15 in the playoffs right now. The guards.
Yeah. So we're saying against Miami, I don't think he's averaging 15 against Cleveland. I think Nembhard will probably average like 12, if that.
So this
12.
is this proved my point even more, is that Halliburton has to basically try to go for 30 every night because he's got the only.
Yeah,
good
he got to
matchup.
try to go for 30, but I say he's going to average like 18 because he's probably going to have a 30
That's what he
ball
averaging all
there.
year. Shit, but because it's on you. You have the one matchup that can be exposed, and you're 6'5", and he's 6 foot. You're not getting to the rim. That's the other part. So this isn't I'm gonna cook you up, get to the rim thing. You're gonna have to fucking do this. You're gonna have to shoot this bitch. And if you can't,
he's not getting. That's what I'm saying. He's definitely
score?
not getting to the rim. Like
And
Jared
that's
Allen
my point.
Mobley's not letting that shit happen.
So it's on you to facilitate the offense so that you can get open and shoot.
So he fucking around, average 18 to 18, because it sounds like that he's gonna have to pass the ball more than he did. Because I don't think. It's going to be very interesting because Nembhard, he's not going to get to the hole like that. It's going to be hard for them guards to get the Mathurin's good.
If they keep letting him just tackle people with the ball, he just keep fucking just shouldering niggas in their throat.
Because they got Mathurin and Naismith, but like I said, Allen and Mobley don't let that shit. Them both averaging about 2 blocks a game or some shit like that. Yeah, like alone,
it's scary. So that's gonna be a oof. That's gonna be tough.
That's a tough matchup for Indy.
I feel bad. I
mean, Boston will be against Detroit or
Knicks. I was just looking at that. Either way, this is gonna be rough. I don't like this Knicks team. Why did you trade for Karl Anthony Towns and then you don't?
He's just up there using.
As Karl
He's
Anthony
just getting
Towns.
So much cardio.
He not doing. It's so crazy. And this is what I mean by the pick and roll. That you don't run him in the pick and roll. You don't post him up. And you don't run plays for him to shoot threes. What the fuck is he doing?
He's getting cardio.
That's his whole game.
I would be pick and hop.
That's his whole game is pick and pop for the 3, pick and roll here and there, and he makes.
And he can pass a little.
That's what I was just about to say. He makes the pass out of that the same way Jalen Duren. He's way better than Jalen Duren
or
at
tell
that
nigga
pass.
To get on the fucking block. Sometimes it's just so fucking simple. And I tell it when I play basketball here now. I scream it. I just sometimes if you 6'7", I feel like
post niggas up.
Right,
he 5'10".
I get so mad when I'm dribbling the ball down the court. I'm like, go to the block. I don't give a fuck. Don't be running next to me talking about right here, bro. No, nigga, you will get the ball. Take your big ass to the block. Like sometimes it can be so simple,
so
right?
Easy.
Just like here you go. Like obviously you got to make the pass to the block, and people expect it coming. But he's 7 foot. Like fight for the position, and here's the ball. Like,
nope.
I don't.
But that's coaching. Again, it's the same thing I was saying. Like, they don't run different plays. They just, okay, this is how it works. This is what we've been doing all year. This is what everybody's comfortable with. Me as the coach, I get paid the least amount of everybody in the fucking building. So now we got to just, okay, you guys want to watch fucking Jalen Brunson dribble the ball around for 14 seconds and then force the guys to throw up a bad shot? Okay, cool.
So it's not on. So the turnover not on him.
I think maybe we should post Cat up when they put Tobias Harris on him, but I'm just the coach. Maybe let's post the 7 foot guy up on the 6'8" guy. Maybe we should do that if they're gonna roll this shit out consistently. Even Jalen Duren's like, okay, get the fouls. He's gonna foul you. I don't care. He's bigger, and he's not bigger, but he looked. See, that's what I was gonna. I think we text about that. Like, why
Yeah.
Jalen Duren looked like he's bigger than Cat, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah. I was like,
listed at
how big
like
is this nigga?
30 pounds heavier and 2 inches taller than Jalen Duren, and it does not look like it whatsoever.
That nigga just big.
He's 6'10", 250. Cat is listed at like 7 foot 260 or some shit. It's like there's no fucking way. But yeah, it's like okay, do like have
but
Cat
it's just
do
like
something.
yeah, it's either Cat or Jalen because what Mikal Bridges, OG, like
In theory, these are people that should be able to score. Like Mikal Bridges,
right.
in
Yeah, I mean in
theory, should
theory,
be able to
yes,
score, but they
yes,
don't have him handle the ball because Jalen Brunson just
right. Jalen Brunson got
dribbles
the
to the
ball.
free throw line for 14 seconds and then just does some shit.
Yeah, if I was him, I would have left. Cause did they trade Jalen Brunson? He signed with
They,
Knicks in the free
I
agency.
think he signed because they wouldn't pay him whatever 50,
Yeah, because they
50
didn't.
million for 3 years or whatever in Dallas, which is crazy.
No, but but it's true because I mean, if he wanted to be that ball dominant, him and Luka would have never worked.
No,
Because
yeah,
he went to the Knicks and then he became like top 5 in usage.
yeah, he signed with the Knicks in 2022.
You know what I'm saying? He became top 5 in usage after he signed with the Knicks. Man, this man had
Something
the
like
ball in
that.
his hand like
All day. It's crazy. But at this point it's to their detriment because give it up sometimes. Like
yeah,
it's cool. But the problem is with small players, him, Trae Young, Dame, Russ in his prime, Chris Paul, if they're not doing that, they don't really have another way to contribute to the game.
right. Because it's like I mean,
Harden, even
you
Harden is in that boat. Like they don't do anything else.
right because a lot of but I mean theoretically off the real definition of a point guard,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be ball dominant and you're supposed to be
Exactly.
the one that does. Really, to be honest, the original point guards didn't really shoot as much.
Oh, fuck
They
no.
just they got their points through the floor of the game. A lot of these
Floaters.
point guards, right? A lot of
Yeah.
these point guards now are like I feel like Chris Paul, Rondo were the last true point guards. Just like
Yeah.
I get my points through the flow of the game. I'm really a
I
facilitator
feel like
and
Mike Conley was like the perfect new age version, but he's not a great player, but like that's kind of what you
right.
would want the modern version of that is. It's like
Or like a Ricky Rubio, or like did he
yeah.
kind of well what he
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I say yeah, it's like Mike Conley, Ricky Rubio, but
Like
I'm
some
trying
of
to
these
think of
people are like
somebody.
shooting guards, glorified point guard. They like shooting guards who have to handle the rock
Well,
because
yeah, now that's Steph, Dame, Harden,
well
these
even
these
Tyler
Tyler
Hero,
Hero.
like all these
You know what? The actual what we saying is Halliburton. The like pass
right.
first guy.
Pat,
That's the new version of it. Is Halliburton? It's like I'm gonna kind of set this shit up, get off the ball sometimes, but basically I'm just gonna like I'm running the play. I'm the quarterback.
right.
I'm not really looking to score. I'm just gonna kind of run the offense. That's why I only
Right,
average
and
18
then Jalen Brunson is more
as
of
a
a
two guard playing the
playing
one.
point guard
Yes.
because they don't have a one. He's
No,
the one.
he's the one. Yeah, he
Right,
is the one definitionally. Like he's
right.
bringing the
It's just
ball up
like
court, and he's
he's just
calling his play every time. Hey, you guys know ISO. You know who play.
right. If coach want me to do this, then I told coach I can pick the play.
ISO
And
on the right wing. So everybody move the fuck out of the way, and if I get stopped, I will throw it over to somebody. I'll throw it
I
cross
will
court
throw
to
it
you.
cross court to the corner.
But I'm gonna stand on the right wing. I'm gonna fucking drive to the free throw line and headbutt this dude in the chest and just see where it goes from here. That's 90% of the Brunson drives, which is cool, and he averaged fucking 30 doing that. So he's doing something right, but it
I'm
does.
trying to think of a guard now, like kind of like a point guard, younger point guard. It's like most of them come off the bench now. It's like a lot of them want
The
their
real
backups to
point
be
guards, yeah.
more like because you think the Pacers, T.J. McConnell,
Yep. It's Halliburton
come
is
up.
like, that's why I was like, he's the main one that comes to mind.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. Is there? There's so many teams. It's just like no.
I'm about to look. Let me look something up.
I mean, Drew Holiday.
Nah, Drew Holiday is more of a
You would think he
two.
would. Yeah, you would think he averaged more assists because who he played with, but that ain't
But
it.
Drew Holiday
Derek.
was really always a two. He wasn't a
Yeah,
point. He was a
he wanted to get
wing
buckets.
defender like that
He
could
want
score.
he
Yeah.
he wanted. Yeah. Trying to
Uh,
think. Who is?
I don't know. It's yeah, it's tough. There's not a lot
There's
anymore.
not a
That's
lot
the
of like they
reason.
all more ball dominant. They all two guards that ball dominant on their team. Like
Well, you want to see the leaders? Here's your assist leaders: Tyrese Halliburton, Jokic.
it's a lot of big men up
Oh, this is
there.
the playoffs. I need to
I
see
would say
regular
Cade,
season.
Halliburton, Jokic, Cade,
Trey
Harden,
Young, Jokic,
Trae Young.
Halliburton, Cade, Harden. LeBron is sixth. Chris Paul seventh. Jalen Brunson, Josh Giddey is probably one of those
Yeah,
two.
Josh
Like
Giddey is.
not
Yeah,
looking to score, but like in just
he get it
running.
with the flow of the game.
Yeah, just kind of
He
comes and
yeah.
goes. Yeah, Darius Garland. That's another one. That's a perfect example. But he scored. He averaged like 20. He's the right in the middle. I feel like that's the perfect
Because he's like
balance.
20-7 or something like
Yeah,
that, right?
it's yeah, 20 and 7, yeah. And so it's like he's right in the middle where it's like, hey, this possession I'm gonna get a bucket. Next possession I'm gonna run some shit.
Right, I'm a pass.
De'Aaron Fox, do you throw De'Aaron Fox in that mix? I think he's more of a scoring guard too, right? He just can't shoot.
He wants to score, but he's been passing more. He pat. They've been passing more. I mean, when you got Wemby, why not?
Yeah, it
But
doesn't hurt to pass to the fucking guy who's 7'9" and can move
right, was like
normally.
I'm surprised Chris Paul was that high. Like he didn't seem like he
Yeah, it's
played well
weird.
at all this year. Like where is he sitting at?
Seventh.
Really?
Yeah.
He
Top 10.
always never really hit the overs though.
Dame is top 10 with 7. If you get 7, Booker is 11th with 7 assists.
Booker, yeah, he started passing shit out the ball once people started getting hurt and
But
stuff.
that kind
So
of goes to our
basically, all you
point.
get 7 assists. So it's just like
Yeah, you don't gotta really be a real point. There's no point guards anymore
nobody
because they
passes.
don't.
I guess
They're not running the pick and roll. They're
nah.
not running no real offense. They're giving the ball to their best players and they're trying to
You
get a
tell them to go get
switch and
yeah.
then just ISO. That's what the fuck.
And most assists comes on fast breaks when it's 2-on-1s.
Or out of that's why Jokic, Trey Young, Harden, even LeBron, like a lot of that is drive, double, kick. And that's where like
hmm
half if you're getting 7 assists, 3 of them coming from just that. Cade the same way. But
Yeah,
Cade is running the pick and roll, so it's like, okay,
yeah.
I'm coming
Well,
out the pick
K be
and
throwing
roll.
oops and shit.
Yeah. And it's like I get the screen, I'm driving downhill, okay, double, kick it to the corner, 3. Okay, cool. And that's where half of them shits come from. It's just but that's why somebody like Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is 8th on this list, and it's the exact same thing. He's hot. Okay, now double him when he drives, kick, score. It's just so, and it's just weird to watch basketball sometimes and be like, yeah, I forgot like these, especially if you watch like older shit. Like you got to go past the 2010s, and that's when you start seeing like plays again. Because 2010s was like, all right, hey, fuck, we not even going to screen to get a switch. Everybody just move. Like the Kobe era was just like post Kobe, Harden, all this shit, Durant. Hey, everybody just move out the way. We're not even gonna get a switch. I'm just ISO this nigga and just go crazy. But yeah, we don't. There's not really
Except the
traditional.
Spurs. Spurs was
Yeah,
always
Spurs are just pass,
passing the
pass, pass,
ball.
pass, pass,
Best shot. You always get the best shot.
and then you get the Warriors version of that, which is pass, pass, pass. Okay, pass to Steph, shoot.
Right. Shoot.
Just
Pass,
like
pass, pass, shoot.
find Steph now shoot it. But yeah, what did we talk about? How do you feel about the Thunder's chances of winning the
I
whole
mean,
thing? Because right
I
now it looks
mean,
like
where did we do a who we think winning the whole thing
I,
yet
I
or
don't think
no?
so.
Or was we gonna wait
I
on
think we
to
were
see
waiting
what
to
the
see a couple
matchups were?
games and then we didn't record during
I
the
gotta see.
playoffs.
I gotta see after their little practice run against Memphis. Let me come back to me after they play a real talent and who they play next.
They would play the Nuggets or the Clippers next. They're gonna get a challenge immediately, basically. So whoever wins this shit, if Nuggets win tonight, then they play the Nuggets.
Yeah, let me see against somebody that's not Memphis,
Ooh.
and then I'll see. That'll
Okay.
be it.
Let's look forward then. How do you feel about? Because I'm gonna assume the Warriors win this. They need one more game. They play tomorrow night. Warriors Timberwolves. How do you feel about that matchup? I
They gonna lose.
who the Warriors?
Yeah, they small too. If the like,
That's true.
uh,
But it's Rudy though. Like Draymond on
now I ain't
Rudy
talking about.
does change it.
I mean, yeah, but still, just like McDaniel's, Reed, Randall seems like he's got out. He's doing stuff now in the playoffs, and you still got Ant
Yeah,
Conley.
Ant is really
Yeah,
where it gets rough. Because who gonna hold Ant? Buddy
no,
Hield,
on that team,
Jimmy
no,
Butler,
nobody on that team is holding Ant.
Kaminga,
He's,
Moody, Moses Moody gonna hold him. That's probably who they or Gary Payton is gonna have to try to hold Ant.
I think,
As long as
Ant.
Ant don't settle for threes, that's it's no
Who
stop.
held Ant against? I mean, Jimmy Butler, maybe.
That
No,
yeah,
who
that's
he's
why
gonna?
that was the second one I said. Jimmy Butler is gonna like be old. He gonna hold him for every game, all game, every game. No, that's not gonna feed. Then he's gonna
He
be
gonna
a
have to.
zero on offense.
But who's gonna hold? So Draymond got to hold Gobert,
Yep,
and Jimmy's matched up on Ant.
yep.
Who's holding?
Julius
Ain't
Randle,
McDaniel's like who's holding Julius Randle?
Nas
Let's start there.
Reed. It's whoever the
Nas
third
Reed.
person is gonna be. They have like free
They're not
range.
big enough.
It's Buddy
Nas Reed's like
Hield, Jonathan
six
Kaminga.
nine.
Yeah,
Isn't not like six
Nas
nine?
Reed like 6'9", 6'10". Yeah,
Who the
Jonathan Kaminga. That's the only tall
bro?
athletic
Have you
player they
seen
have
that nigga
outside of that.
Jonathan Kaminga? Have you
On
seen what he looked like? That
now,
man
hold on,
look.
wait. Defensively, I think he can hold somebody for 4 games. Offensively, is really bad.
It's bad,
It's
bad.
really bad. I didn't realize how bad it was. So I was watching this series. I was like, oh shit,
Can't
you
catch the ball, can't
suck.
pass the ball, can't shoot, like can't do
I
nothing
just
with the
remember
ball.
seeing Quentin post, fucking, Kaminga got the ball on the low block on the left side. Quentin post is in the opposite corner, and he's wide open. He is wide, and this is on like a fast break, so they both get down there at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time, and he
he
just
didn't pass it.
and Quentin post is like, or no, it was Draymond. I think it was Draymond who was just like, give me the fucking ball, like
Yeah,
just
he didn't pass it.
swing the fucking ball, bro. There's nobody over here, and he's just looking like, fuck, I can't, I can't do nothing. What am I gonna do?
How do you play again?
Like,
What's
what
the
do I
rules?
do? I got somebody who's 6'4" holding me in the paint. I'm posted up. I have a guy straight across from me who's wide open, and I can't pass the ball around the guy. What the fuck? But yeah, I
How
think
tall is Quentin Post?
7 foot.
Maybe he'll hold Gobert.
You probably that'd be my guess. Is you just say you soft, and we're gonna hold you with this white guy who got some swag to him, who got a little
Right.
like I'll fuck you like Quentin Post. He's not great, but he does have that I'll fuck you up mentality.
But
I'll
he's
fight you.
7 foot, and the coach like playing him anyway.
Yeah,
So
he can hit the
like
three, so that's gonna stretch Rudy
stretch
Gobert out.
Gobert
So
out. I mean, put Draymond on
at a
Nas.
we know that That's why I say
Well,
that
Nas Reed come
matchup.
off the. No, he start.
Nas Reed usually comes off the bench. Yeah,
So who's this? McDaniel's,
Randall.
Gobert,
You
Randall.
think
So
about
he's so
it's
so
nobody.
Draymond
Draymond would hold Julius
hold
Randall.
Randall.
Then yeah,
Yeah.
they match up pretty
But who will
well.
hold McDaniel's then?
Buddy Hield. Just let McDaniel shoot though. That's what I'm in that situation. Buddy, just let him shoot. You just all you gotta do
Buddy
is
looked
just
like a
stand back.
goofball. No, he looked like he's just there to have, but it's like I ain't never been here before, so we good.
Yeah,
Like
basically,
it's just like
he just out there having fun. He out there having fun like a motherfucker, boy. But hey, I don't blame him. You playing with the Warriors?
I mean, they're gonna be halfway dead after
But
this
hey,
series anyway. Like,
this nigga be missing a lot of shots. Like, what is up
yeah,
with Buddy? Now, what is Buddy Hill's shooting percentage? Because it can't be great. I used to hate Buddy
like
Hield,
all
bro.
shooting
College
threes or just college used
threes.
to.
When he had that run at Oklahoma, I
Man,
hated
at
his
OU
ass.
boy,
Oh man, fuck
that
Buddy
man could
Hield.
not fucking miss in college,
Come into
boy.
KU, score 35. Bro,
It
The
felt
big
like 60.
get them big ass. He might. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he scored a lot on KU. Whatever that was. He's shooting 37% from the field, so he's like slightly above average.
From the
Oh no, no,
field?
I mean from three. From three, he
Oh,
shoot. I
I was
mean,
about
he's
to say
shooting
that is
40% from the
slightly
field.
above average.
40% is not great from just in total either.
Yeah,
But he's shooting mostly
that's
threes.
slightly below average.
He's shooting 6.73 attempts. In total, he's taking 9 attempts. So he's only taking 3 attempts outside of taking threes. So yeah, it's like that's I think they match up better than the Lakers just defensively, like or in
I mean, they
what
got
they can do.
a 7 footer that they like to play. So yeah,
The
you put a
problem
7 footer on Gobert, then maybe.
it still comes down to the bench. Nas Reed coming off the bench automatically versus who on the Warriors. Nas Reed is we're automatically basically I know I'm
They might
getting
play
15 and 8 off my bench no
right.
matter what. Like so now what?
And I mean, they got Dante.
And
What's that man?
DiVincenzo, yeah.
Yeah,
That's who I was thinking of. So you got Nas Reed and DiVincenzo coming off the bench. Pretty much they're gonna give you 30.
Moses Moody starts though, right?
I don't know.
They
I
changed
think it
their lineup so
depends. It's
much.
between him
Like
and Gary Payton, depending on who, and they're basically just like the defender.
what? Good luck. Neither of them defending.
They
Everybody
got a
on
whole ant.
fucking
Yeah, somebody got a
bro.
whole ant.
Ant the shortest nigga in their starting lineup,
Yeah,
and he's 6'4"
they match up. They go. That's
or
gonna be a weird
6'4", six
matchup.
five. Yeah, it's gonna
I
be.
would rather see the Rockets Timberwolves matchup. I'd rather see that because the matchup is better. Like because Rockets have 4 guys that are 6'8" and up.
Right.
So it's like that would be a better matchup team wise. But also they have a nuclear weapon on the Warrior. Like Steph Curry just be like, you know what? I don't care if my thumb is falling off the bone like a great rib dinner.
Right.
Like ribs fresh
I'm
off the
dropping
grill.
30 tonight.
I'm dropping 50. And then there's nothing you can do about it. Because who gonna hold him? Ant?
No. I mean, I feel like
Conley?
he's gonna have to, right? That's you would think that would be his matchup.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do something.
Yeah,
Conley
they
gonna
ain't
hold
gonna
him?
put. No, he's cooking Conley. That's a cook
That's what I'm
sesh.
saying. He just be getting
Conley's probably gonna.
destroyed.
No, they probably put Ant. They probably put Ant on Jimmy.
Yeah, maybe.
Get that matchup, and probably do put Conley on Curry.
Ooh. All right. Damn, how these niggas go back up so fast? That was crazy.
Yeah, it keeps switching.
I think that's it. So you want to wait to say whether you think the Thunder can win it all or not? I think if Boston, to me, it depends on the Cavs. How good are the Cavs really? Is Boston healthy, and how good are the Cavs? Because the Thunder Cavs is not a great matchup because they literally have everything plus an entire bench, like an entire second team worth of players.
You talking about the Cavs?
No, the Thunder.
Oh, the Thunder.
Like
yeah.
the Cavs match up good with the Thunder, except now they have one bench player. Like you have Ty Jerome, and then the Thunder
again. Then you got to rely on like Dean Wade and Okoro and
versus
things like that.
Case Wallace, Wiggins,
Isaiah Joe.
Like you know what I mean? They keep both the other Williams. Like they just keep the other 2 Williams, whatever the fuck, the light skinned one, and then the one with the dreads.
Williams and then Jalen Williams.
So it's like they have a full 5 that's like a pretty good
They got like 9
team.
motherfuckers who can come in and do what they need to do.
That's where it gets tough with any matchup. Like the Celtics have that depth, but they're hurting right now. So that's where it gets a little like, how's that going to go? If they're healthy, then that's what I want. I want a Celtics Thunder championship would be fun to watch. But
yeah, I mean, that's the one everybody wants to watch.
Of course.
So I don't know. Tune in. I ain't saying my pick right now.
How do you feel about Nuggets Thunder. Do you think the Thunder just wash them?
Depends on what Jamal Murray. If Jamal, Joker, and Michael Porter can come back and do decently, like we ain't saying come back and go crazy, but if you can get us like 15-6,
You know what's funny?
and then
That's one thing I do remember us talking about is Michael fucking Porter Jr. just not doing shit, and he just did not. He still didn't do shit.
yeah, and we also talk about Kuzma not doing shit, and he's
And he
proved us
didn't do
right.
shit. The one
That man hit
person,
it.
the person that we did talk shit on, Tobias Harris. Shout out Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
He came
he
in
did.
and was like, you know
We
what? I
said he
am
was
an
an old
NBA
ass.
player.
He was talking shit. Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
real
So,
NBA player.
hey. He said, "Yeah, I heard y'all talking 15-8."
Boy, yeah.
There he
here
is
you
right
go.
here.
That
That
shit
look kind of
funny.
old. That old ass dunk, but you got it, boy.
But yeah. So yeah, that was a good one. We went 2 hours. So I think that's probably good. Comeback
We
episode.
figured we was.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did bringing it to you. Watch basketball. Football is a long ways away.
Can't wait, man.
Away.
We when the storylines start coming, I mean, it's still May. Wait till
Oof.
maybe July. We'll start digging into training camp and things like that.
It made me sad seeing spring college football. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that shit suck. I don't even like
God
spring
damn.
college football. Them
Oh,
niggas just
Oregon. I'm going to say it again on record. Oregon's quarterback, Dante Moore. He nice. Just want to throw that out there.
oh, so you picking a guy already? Cool.
That's right now, yeah. I think I'm pretty sure he's gonna be the starter. If you go to the fucking Oregon like Reddit and look online, they're super excited.
Oh, yeah. If I ask a Oregon fan
Well, yeah, that's
what he thinks
true.
about his quarterback coming in, he's gonna say,
It could be
thanks,
questionable, but
man.
they're just like, yeah, he's because I've been waiting. I just watched his high school shit last year and was like, oh shit.
Well, y'all got to worry about who got the best quarterback in Kansas between KU and K State because A.V. Johnson ain't too bad.
I don't even want to look at KU football, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I wouldn't. Don't stress yourself this early. You got months. Don't even look at the $200,000 roster y'all got.
Did Jalen Daniels come back?
I'm not sure. Kobe Bryant not getting drafted was kind of crazy.
That was sick. Well, he almost ran a 4.6.
Oh damn.
He ran like a 4.57. So once I seen that, I was like, well, yeah, you're a small corner that ran a 4.6. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna go well for you. But enough about KU football. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. It was 2 hours. We will see you guys next time.
Peace.